Excellent. I am online currently. Feels good. Feels, well, feels no different than when I'm not online. Here we are. Here we are once again. Oh, let's go. That. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello and hi. Welcome back. Or in general. Welcome in general. Clearly we're going to be playing some more Schedule 1. I didn't really get to a lot of actual business advice on the last episode because, because it was mostly just setup. Second, we can start mixing ingredients and getting more dealers, and then going into crystalline territory. Then we can start making some big bucks. We want to jump straight to the warehouse. I think we have to go from laundromat to post office, warehouse, because I mean that the warehouse is the same tier as the taco place. So I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I'm just gonna see how much money I can make. Just doing bulk sales. I don't know. Kind of figuring it out as I go along. But the reason we're doing all this in the first place is because I happen to have at some point or another run a few businesses that did all right, a couple of which are still in business, and the concepts are very similar to what we're doing here, to this great new video game Schedule 1, which you play a drug manufacturer. I don't know how the terminology of all of this plays on YouTube, if it gets videos age restricted or not, but we'll see. We'll just kind of play that by ear as well. You could always switch up the game, but it doesn't really have this bonus feature of having to do with real life business stuff, as other games do. So so basically, I think before I jump right into the game, what I'd like to do is just kind of establish, anyone who's potentially watching, in order to learn something about running a business, probably doesn't already have one. So there are some like basics that are important to considering running a business up to running a business. And I think that I don't necessarily have the be-all end-all point of view, but I think I have a unique point of view. And I think that serves me a little better in regards to providing innovative and insightful first-hand experiential knowledge, as opposed to perhaps anyone that might not. And I'm not saying that I'm, again, an authority on any of this. I just happen to have had a little bit of success with most of the businesses I started. And if this is the first time that you are watching this, or if this is the first time that you are joining, I mostly have restaurant experience, retail, but it covers any conceivable position that you can think of. I was an executive chef, I was a restaurateur at one point, I was a caterer, diner cook, turn and burn. I did serving, I did bartending, I was manager of a multi-million-dollar department in a multi-million-dollar corporation. I wasn't I mean, I wouldn't be doing this if I was that well off, or at least I would have made some smarter investments anyway. Point being, I know a thing or two, and anything I say is not said with I know this to be true authority. It's only said with this worked for me, it may work for you. Whatever authority is due that sentiment. Okay, so it's casual, we're chilling playing a video game, but if I can impart some knowledge on anyone who may be thinking of starting like a t-shirt business or pallet flipping for Amazon FBA through prep centers. It's actually very profitable. I'd recommend if you're just getting starting with a business, you should do that. I can provide a guide for that as well, that's one of my little side gig thingies. But yeah, none of this is financial advice. None of this is like legal advice. I know I don't need those disclaimers, but just in case anyone gets a bee in their bonnet about any advice that I give, I just want to make sure that I'm covering my bases here. I'm sorry, by the way, if I keep looking that way a lot. My own projected self is there, is where my monitor is, so it's distracting as I have severe ADHD, reminder of which I need to take my pill. No drug use as prescribed medication. And I needed to drink water too, so killing two birds with one stone. So, again, before we start, I really want to do just kind of like a really quick rundown of what you should consider if you are thinking of starting a business. First, I think what is important is to define what a business is. Wish I had some visual aids. I don't have any. Like, this is usually post editing. I usually have things here, or live streaming is just a different beast. We'll roll with it. Also can't edit out anytime I have to cough or burp, or so I just have to figure it out. Anyway, I think what's important first of all is to define what a business is not. And I think the reason why this needs to be discussed is because there's a lot of stuff going around on social media, and if you're young, especially, I think if you're like under 20, you're basically on your phone all the time, just looking at TikToks or Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever. Like, that's all I ever see you people doing. So you're exposed to a lot of these, I got rich quick and it worked for me and it can work for you. Buy my course for $50. And some of them are like AI generated. Some of them are very clever in their design and designed to not trap you, but I mean, yeah, I guess for lack of a better word, trap you, but they're designed to entice you into making a lot of money really quickly, and usually involve things like drop shipping, scams, not necessarily illegal scams, but they usually involve things like drop shipping scams or like PDF flipping. It's essentially, so what they do is they'll go to chat GPT and they'll type in ways to scam people legally to make money quickly, and chat GPT will give them, they don't necessarily give them ethical advice. I guess they blatantly give them unethical advice, but they don't necessarily give them illegal advice. So they'll go and they'll just have these like AI generated PDF like booklets that have just really general advice on just really general topics, and they'll be like, this is the only course you'll ever need in order to secure $500,000 in your first month. And it'll be something like Airbnb real estate flipping, which you have to have like a $10,000 barrier to entry in the first place, or it'll be, again, like PDFs. Like it'll say like, okay, open up ChatGPT and then type in, make me a step-by-step PDF guide on how to do Amazon FBA flipping, for instance, which is a legitimate thing, but you don't need a course on that. You just need to have an LLC and then sign up for a business account. So there's a lot of that floating around, and I think, like, gosh, I'm not even taking a breath. Gotta remember to breathe. That's another thing. See, ADHD, I start ranting and rambling, and I forget to breathe and take a breath. Get out of breath while I'm just sitting here. I'm not that overweight, a little bit. So you don't want to be buying these courses. It's either an outright scam, like they're trying to do some like drop shipping scam, or it's a just a thing that no one ever really needs a guide for, like FBA fulfillment or real estate flipping or whatever. Hello, Amy, once again. Thank you for joining. I'm just going over sort of the basics of starting a business because, as I said before, I assume that most people are not familiar with how to start a business if they were to just stumble across this and be like, oh, why are you giving general business tips? I don't even know how to start a business. What's an LLC? And so I'm starting with what a business is not, and that it was a quick mention about those like Instagram courses, or like the courses that people sell on Threads or YouTube or whatever that are basically just scams. Basically just like I mean, you're trying to teach people how to scam, or you're trying to teach people how to do something that nobody ever needed a guide for in the first place. So it's just overall a scam. Pyramid schemes too, that's a big one. Like the ones where they do like the rock washing, and it's like, oh, you're guaranteed to get like a crystal that you could sell for $100. Like those pyramid schemes where you have to pay for like a package of something that you are then required to market yourself. That's all, again, for lack of a better word, scams. They're legal, and those companies that started out as snake oil salesmen, they paid a lot of money over a lot of years to be able to call themselves legal, and so that's why I think it's okay to just call them scams, because that's what they are. Just scams. So then that leaves the question, what is a business? And so a business is just a commerce, anything that a service or a good that you can exchange for money. And that can be honestly anything. You can do t-shirts, you can sell albums, you could start your own record label, you could sell you could make boots, moccasins, you could make textiles, spin yarn, anything. My biggest chunk of experience is in retail and sales and restaurants, so that's where I tend to speak from, the point of view I tend to have when I am speaking about this kind of thing. So take much of what I say in the spirit of my experience. So the long and short of starting a business, really quickly, because I do want to jump into the game, really quickly, long and short of starting a business, it goes like this, is the workflow. Idea for the business plan, concept, after you've taken into account all the math from the business plan, then execution, which usually means filling out forms, waiting. If you want to run a grocery store and you want to build from the ground up, you have to wait 3 years for a B2 commercial lot, and then you have to wait 5 years for a fully new development. So there are a lot of things that you have to take into account, like permitting and inspections and all of the construction that you're going to need to do. So that's the sort of beginning of executing the business. But then you go into construction. Then you have to actually source things and pay people and start credits. And so some of the things to really take into like opening day are 6 months working capital, which a lot of people start businesses without being able to afford, and that's why a lot of businesses fail. Still not breathing while I'm talking. Had too much coffee today, I think. Getting short of breath. What is it? Yoga breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel better. Okay, so getting into construction, the thing that you want to take into opening day is 6 months working capital. And what that means for a business that costs $500,000 a year to run is you're going to want to walk into opening day after all your costs and everything with $1 million. I know that sounds crazy, but that's why a lot of people fail when they open established brick and mortar businesses. They try and take out these huge loans that they have like huge percentages on, and you're under like in the first 3 months. And for me, all of my business plans have first 3 month projections as being in the red by like 51% on average, which means that you're in the hole 50%. So if I'm paying $1 million for a restaurant, then I'm in the hole $500,000. But you have to operate at a deficit while you're running credits and while you're generating that capital. And I would still sit on 6 months capital. Like, it's just crazy to me that people don't have business plans, and like before they ever go into, like, they'll open the doors and they'll have customers in the shop without ever having a business plan. And that is just wild to me. And a business plan at the very least should include like redundancies upon redundancies upon redundancies. Your business plan is essentially your OSHA of your business. And if you're not covering every single eventuality, which means you have to have firsthand knowledge of whatever industry that you're opening the business in. You don't have to, but I mean, at least have done enough research on from the ground up to the tippy top of, you know, the corporation, because you're going to need to know all that stuff in order to understand what measures need to be taken. I see a lot of people whose friends tell them at their latest dinner party, oh, you're so good at this, you're such a good cook, you're so good at talking to people, you should have a business, you should do catering, or you should have a restaurant. And then they'll put their house up for collateral on a huge loan. They'll default on like second and third mortgages. They'll have to sell. They'll live in an RV, and like, then that's how you get homeless people. You know, like, it is so easy to fail, and if you don't set yourself up for success, you will inevitably. That's why 2 out of 3 restaurants fail, and 3 out of 5 restaurants fail in their first year. So, or first 3 years. So it's, yeah. Anyway, I think what's important to take away from this is that not everyone can start a business, but anyone can start a business. I guess, okay, anyone can start a business, but not everybody should. Though I would encourage it at least once on a small scale, just to kind of see what it's like. It's not as hard as it seems, but I think it's a hard concept to wrap your head around if you don't have a particular personality type. I think it takes some amount of psychopathy to own a brick and mortar, especially a restaurant. And I think it takes some amount of eccentricity to run like a flipping thing like I'm doing, because you kind of have to think in a reverse, because I'm rambling. One of the best ways to figure out what's going to sell the most for Amazon flipping, for pallets, liquidation sale, buying bulk, whatever, is what gets stolen the most. So number 1 and number 2 top items for theft are like deodorant and diapers, you know. Yeah, like t-shirts. I've started out doing t-shirts for my friends, like just silk screening. I had a class for it in high school, and so I just used the facilities at school to make t-shirts for my friends, and they would just kick me like $15, or they kicked me like $10 or whatever. And like I didn't advertise, like I wasn't like, hey, get your you know, silk screen t-shirts you know, from me or whatever. But I just sold them, and like I would get gas money, food, cigarettes, etc. Don't smoke, kids. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's not hard. And if there's a demand for something, might as well fill it. But again, it takes kind of like, I don't know, it takes a certain personality type. What is that? Is that my chat window? Hey, chat window. Why are you here? Oh, it's because that's the wrong scene. There we go. Okay. I think I was watching, or I was reacting to some like cooking cooking stuff last time. All right. We are in Money Guy. Mr. Money Guy. My chair. I forgot I had to replace the hydraulic, the thing inside that makes the chair go shh, shh. You know, I had to replace that. And I don't think I put enough like grease in the thing. There's like a thing that comes out and you pull the thing out, you pull its pin off, then you pull the thing out, and you have to wipe all this grease off because it's all dirty as hell. But I don't have, I have like mineral oil, I don't have like actual industrial lubricant. So it's not, it doesn't turn and it doesn't go anymore. So I think I broke it. I'm trying to do it right now. It's not, yeah. I am in Oregon. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Oh no. Oh, I almost got stuck. Okay. What are we doing? Are you what, Central or Eastern? Because you would have been waiting around for a while. Oh, yep. Yep, that would be pretty early in the morning. I was playing this on my other save file at 8 o'clock. That one's so much more fun because I can actually use the pawn shop. Okay. Where were we? We were starting a new day with, I think we need seeds. We're not already growing them. Nope, we are not already growing them. So we need soil and soil fert. And I've been using quick grow on my other save file, and it hasn't been reducing the quality enough to make it not worth it. And I think I can deal with that small cost. It's not so bad paying 7 times 30, 210 bucks for, because I'm spending the money on fertilizer anyway. Yeah, it seems fine. Even 3 at 60 doesn't seem worth it. It still seems worth it to just kind of do it one by one. Seven. I don't know how many bags. We'll come back. All right, so we're still setting things up for this hair operation. I think what I'd like to do is keep the weed growing, and then we will just start mixing. I think I can get drying racks pretty soon. Well, I would be playing 3 if I was still playing with my the most furthest along one. Most furthest along. Weird English there. But like, I think some of the NPCs are dead permanently. And like, I've advanced the game. The game's like on what, 13 days, I think it said? I don't remember what it said, but game's been going on a while, and those NPCs have been dead a while. So I don't know if I glitched it out or what, but yeah. Did I pick that up? I tend to pay right away, so I don't think I paid that or picked that up. What is the Crimson Canary? That's a new one to me. Is that a restaurant? Yeah, I think that's the restaurant by the mayor's house. Let me see if I paid him. It definitely didn't. And so no, I haven't paid, so that drop must still be there. Crimson. The diner's called like the grease pot. You know, there he is, yeah. Crimson Canary. I don't think I picked this one up. I did. Why you gotta do this to me, Albert? Okay, so we do need seeds. We got seeds coming. Resetting, is there a separate, like, thing to reset? Or just reset the game? Like, cause logging out, logging in, shutting the game down, exiting Steam, NPCs still, didn't want to come back to me. Poor guys. I mean, one I ruthlessly murdered accidentally, but it was an accident. It was unintentional. I think he was actually trying to chase me so that he could attack me. So, if anything, it was like legit self-defense. I'm just saying. My other save is a lot cleaner than this. This actually kind of bothers me, but we're gonna roll with it. I want to see how full I can make this. I think it goes away after a certain, because I tried to dump all my, I was RPing a bit when I first played, and I was trying to dump all of my trash into the dumpster outside to see how full I could make it. Didn't get very full before all the debris disappeared. All right, so we're waiting on seeds. As soon as we get the seeds, I guess I'll deposit and I could start buying stuff for the mixing. I don't know if I have any weed saved up right now, but we can always check. I might, yeah. I wanted to batch it out and get like do bulk stuff. I'm remembering now. Okay. I wanted to do bulk for like 3-ish cycles, which is again why we're using the quick grow, because I don't want this to take forever. Like 3 or 4 cycles, and then we'll start mixing en masse, and that'll take care of the quest. I just need those seeds. I don't have any product right now. I don't have, I think, what's his face? I think he's got a decent amount of product on him. I'm gonna start giving him jars. I'll take the baggies and I will give him jars to use. Benji, 500. What you looking at, brah? All right. Some good stuff in there. Yeah, I feel like we get better sales if we went with purple quality, but I'm not super concerned with that. Again, we're doing tonnage. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a legitimate business insight, is, you know, do stuff in tonnage. Oh, what the? What did I do? What was that? Oh God, look at him. I didn't realize that was a button. That's not on my mouse. That's to increase the sensitivity. Yeah, so that's the recipe that I'm using, is one of the most addictive recipes for weed in general. Is this one, the OG Kush one? It's Pharma Cuke, Pharma Gas Cuke, Mega Bean, Battery. Pharma Cuke, Pharma Gas Cuke, Mega Bean, Battery. Super addictive. Although green crack does come with the innate bonus for addiction. I don't know if the high price variant of green crack has like a more enhanced addiction because it's like stacked on top of the initial bonus, but I don't know. I've been able to swindle Paul, that poor guy. I think his name's Paul. Out of like thousands of dollars just from, what did we call it? I called it Big Shart. It was the randomly generated name, but it's a good one. Big Shart. And then I think it was like Granddaddy Durkle was the meth version of that, which was also extremely addictive. I can't remember what, I think that had like banana cuke. I can't remember. I'll look that up again. But that was crazy high addictive too. And that's what you want, you know? You want to get them hooked. I don't know why I used that voice today. It was like a really dry Godfather. Well, you gotta get them hooked. This is the slow period. See, this is the period of building a business that is not so accurate to real life. Starting a business in real life is more so about kind of like, I don't know. You have to have money first. So it's like about networking, making ideas. But I think I would say that doing the work is the most important part, but you can't do the work unless you can afford the equipment that you need to do the work. You can't afford the equipment that you need to do the work unless you've been networking and making inroads. So it's a multifaceted game. Nowadays, things seem so different. I recently tried to get a thing off the ground with like help, like trying to get funding from somebody else. Eventually, I decided to take out a bunch of lines of credit, like small lines of credit, and potentially ruin my credit just to start the LLC that I'm going through and getting all the credit cards that I'm doing the FBA flipping for. Point being that things are different these days. I think it's more so about like becoming friends with the right people and trying to talk to people about the right things. Because like you could want to do like social media and like that's not a good potential thing to contact other people about because the social media scene is so like super guarded and compartmentalized and people like don't really like each other even though they kind of pretend to. At least here in Portland. I can't speak to other states, cities, stuff like that, but it's unnecessarily cutthroat. Like they should have organizations that just get together and bring these people together to all collectively give each other jobs and work. But who am I, you know? Someone who actually just gives a shit about other people, I guess. But yeah, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I almost feel like contacting people on Instagram, like trying to get, when I first moved to Portland, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, trying to contact people and just kind of make friends and then like kind of sell myself to them, like in like for catering and just like, you know, merchandise and whatever, holding and arbitrage and stuff like that. It was easier just like trying to make friends, and it still feels like kind of fake, like I'm trying to trick people. But I think the difference between me and a lot of different salespeople is that like I really invest myself into like what the people that I'm talking to and the communities that I'm like trying to be a part of. Why did I withdraw all of that? Oh no, I meant to deposit. Okay. Numbers were flipped, so I got confused. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I'm invested in the stuff that I'm selling. And I guess maybe that's a bit of a difference. Hello, you have money. Thank you. Oh God. Silent Hill time. All right. See, look at that. Goddamn miracle grow. So that should be done. Did I... Oh, I can just get that at the gas station. Okay. Nothing left to do except wait for those plants to be done. Gotta clean up a little bit. Make sure we keep this place nice and tidy. Yeah. Beautiful. So another thing that this game kind of unintentionally teaches you is that trying to go for getting employees too early or at all sometimes is like not a good idea. Oh, I don't think it means to teach us that necessarily, but it does a pretty good job. I think I'm gonna get we can probably is that empty yet? We could probably do like another 4 or like because I don't need to get to these to be able to trim them, right? So I could do I'll do 2 here and 2 there, and I think I can then still, yeah, I can still reach it. I'm trying to think of how I can best use this space. So if I'm standing here and I have them all, and I have 4 here, I don't know if I'd be able to get, I think I'd probably be able to get to this one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, I can get to it from like way across the room. Boom, from around the corner. Like those new like Land Warrior guns. Or those ones that like they tried to make a thing in like 2008 and like they just sucked. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to do jars. I'm going to give him a bunch of jars, and then I am going to pack the rest in baggies, any odd numbers. So like maybe 1, looks like. And then any he can't hold. And I'll take the jars from him, and I will then sell, or I'll take the baggies from him, and I will then sell them by my lonesome. Keep this place tidy. All right. So I'm going to get in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more probably. I can't afford that, but oh no, I could. Maybe not in addition to all the soil I need. So let's get 4 more. We'll get 4 more. It tastes that. All right. I think I may have left some baggies over there, but that is not important. What you got, bro? Give me that. Give me that. I need that in the morning. And I have plenty of baggies. I should be able to get the advanced packing station here pretty soon. And then no more carpal tunnel. Call that a win? Get in there. I feel like these periods of silence are deafening. I need some background music to my background music. All right. Let us run to the gas station. In the newest save that I have, even at nighttime, there's a police barricade there. I think it might be bugged. Yeah, I'd like to purchase something. Thank you. Let's do 7 jars and 1 more baggie. That's right? Ah, who cares? No, we're not going to buy it yet. We're going to do it all in batches. And we need lots of space. So I'm going to have to get a few extra shelving units. That is something that I didn't think about. But that shouldn't actually be a problem. Even with that, grab it all at once, it's still kind of like flaky. Like I think they make it kind of like loose. Like you can drop it pretty easily. See? Look, see. Oh. Whoop. You can do like stylistic stuff. Yeah. See? I am stoned a little bit. That's probably why I'm so fascinated by this. Oh, you know, I realized they don't do shrooms. Do they do shrooms? Is that a function? That'd be cool. That'll be a sample for somebody. All right, buddy. No, let's leave you with the higher quality stuff. And there you go. Perfect. All right. So we need... Hey, Force, how's it going? Or do you prefer the Force? Is that like a title, like Mr. or Doctor? Hello, Mr. Doctor. All right, so we need everything tomorrow. So I don't... We'll just go up to 10. Okay, cool. Yeah, it'd be cool if he added, because these are... So, in Oregon, shrooms are legal, so I can talk about this. I still don't know if it'll get the video age restricted, but we'll see. Martha tents, especially something as fancy as this, like, look at that, man. Like, that's like good material. That's super insulated, and that stuff will absorb and then redirect those moisture molecules, but it needs ventilation. Anyway, point being that these Martha tents would be awesome to grow shrooms in. I guess you'd want something that's more plastic, because this can like hold the spores if any get out of like the bags that you use. So you wouldn't be able to use it for fruiting. Okay, I guess maybe you wouldn't use these Martha tents. You would use more of like a greenhouse tent or like a real Martha tent or something that you put like one of those for catering. There's like those full speed rack plastic things, like trash bag things that go over them, like for like baked items. And you see them in Costco on all the racks with all the cooling cookies and stuff like that. They have like these big long plastic trash bags. That would be good over like a Martha tent skeleton. But yeah, you could use essentially the same model and then just set it up a little differently. That'd be cool. Add that to the game, Mr. Game Master. I don't know. Game Master. Okay, so in the morning we're gonna get 4 more tents. I definitely can afford that. And then we want to get more seeds. I think I paid Albert off. Let's make sure. Did I pick up that? I did pick up that drop. I'm pretty sure. Was someone getting wild? Was that gunshots? I mean, in the game, not... I'd be a lot more freaked out. In total, I don't know. I've only gotten to like the second drug that you can make, and I think that it's like weed, meth, heroin. But I'm not sure. Amy probably knows. I don't know for sure. I know they're still working on it, which is cool. All right, so in the morning, we need tents, we need supplies. We'll get as many tents as we can. We'll get as many supplies as we can, and then we will see. Yeah, see, and plus, I mean, you could extend this game as long as you want. Like, it's not, I don't think there's an end yet, as far as I know. Oh, yeah. Cocaine, you do the coca leaves. You can grow the coca leaves. Yes, I remember. That will be fun. All right, so we need tents, we need seeds, we need soils. Do 4 tents, 11 soils. 11 ferts and 11 speed grows. Hey, not so bad. I think we could probably do... I can only do 10 seeds at a time. So I don't want to hit a bottleneck here. Have we leveled up to the point where we can have him meet up? No. Okay. I think we should max it at 10. And then I can pay it back. And then text him again. Yeah, as long as I've got the cash, I think it shouldn't be a problem. So we'll stay at 4, 11, 11, 11, because I don't know how much cash I'm going to need for how many seeds I get. Screw it. You know what? Balls to the wall. Let's get 2 more. We'll meet in the middle somewhere. 2 more of each of these, 2 more of each of these. I think I just got 3 more of that. And then buy all that. And we will get him to give us another dead drop. Oh, you bastard. I do owe him some money, unfortunately. Draw. You always ask for somewhere around 200. Let's withdraw 300 just to be sure. This is actually another good little bit of advice that people don't, and this may surprise you, but people very often don't realize that they have to pay their suppliers. I know that sounds crazy, but it is absolutely true. People think that they can just ride on credit for years. Like I've heard of some distributors that I work with who have clients that are still trying to get credit after like a decade of business, which is crazy to me. Crazy. Okay, all right, so we're even now. Yeah, like I can't leave a tab open. Like that's just bad business. And it's not just bad business in the sense that people are going to come after you for their money. It's bad business in the sense that people won't respect you and they won't want to work with you. Got to keep your friends happy. Yes. I can still walk around too. Perfect. Okay. Can I access? Can I? Oh! I can crouch through this. Oh, we are in business now. Fuck yeah. Ah, damn it. Okay, it's 50 minutes in. I don't mind saying the F word. I just don't want to get this age restricted right away. I know that I'm butting right up against that by playing this in the first place. Even though it feels like, yeah, I don't know. It feels like it would be disingenuous of YouTube to be like, we're gonna age restrict your video because it's a video game that kids are playing. Well, I mean, this whole, I would not want to work in a place like this, but if you've ever worked like service industry, like, you're in spaces this small like constantly. Just how life is. That's why they call them galley kitchens, because it's like working on a goddamn submarine. Alright, so while I'm taking all the time in the world to do these, Albert's gonna give me the seeds and the dead drop. He hasn't already. Nope, he has not already. So, I don't want to go through these again, so I'll just... No plant. Alright, well, never mind. We just gotta deal with it. This feels inefficient, but we're gonna end up with so much product, it is gonna be stupid. And then I think we might even have enough to just... If I can fill what's his nuts's inventory with jars, then I'll feel good about just kind of leaving him on autopilot, and then just kind of see if he can be like the brunt of my sales. And then what I'll do, maybe I don't want to fill his inventory because I want to be able to mix stuff and then give that to him. So if I do that, he's gonna have to be able to swap out or run out before we get there. So, or at least as we get there. I'm gonna have to time it, I guess, or not time it, but try to gate it in a specific way. Or I guess, no, we gotta wait on seeds. Come on, man. 5 hours. Screw you, buddy. Time to clean up. Gonna do some anger cleaning. Nope, that's not the right. There we go. And then we just kind of forget about it. There we go. Let's try the weed leaves trying to escape. I don't know about you, I smoke all my weed leaves. Ugh. And seeds. Any of my seeds left over, I'm smoking those. I actually only smoke seeds. Bought a big fancy bong and I just love it. I call them pop rocks. I love to just hear them popping. And you know, I've broken a few pieces. It has been pretty bad. You know, sometimes that triple wall glass just isn't strong enough. All right, taco ticklers. Strange and suggestive name for a taco shop, but again, this is YouTube. Meant for kids. All right, so we're getting the seeds. Where's the friggin' music? Is it just gone? Did we lose it? Oh, here's some music. It's faint. You can sell the garbage if you want, but I haven't. I do in the beginning of the game just because it's easier to get a little bit of like extra scratch that way. I wish that you could grind these down. Come on. You accept anything. Oh, I wonder if you could put a body in there. Oh, oh, lost it. Here we go. Trashception. Oh, I gotta get these seeds planted. Oh, nothing, cops. We're just chilling. Going for a little climb, little hike. Here we go. Oh, I played Arma Reforger for the first time last night. I was very high and I wasn't very good. I pretty much just sat in one of the helicopter's co-pilot seats, just nodding at the pilot the whole time. And I don't think he appreciated it. I was doing my part. Like, I was doing something important, I thought. You know, giving him moral support. I was, and if I could remember, the problem that I didn't really want to admit to any of the players at the time was that I didn't remember any of my bindings, and I was too stoned to go into the settings to look at them. I knew I could have, but it felt like it would have been too much effort, and I just wanted to get into a game and just kind of like see what it was about. So I did it, and like, the game's fun, but they expect you to do stuff. You know, they want you to like shoot bad guys, and it was surprising. I'm a long time FPS guy. Like when I first actually started streaming and making making videos for a few channels ago was Battlefield. I think it was Battlefield 3, like pretty far back in the day. Like not so back in the day, but I am old. Yeah, existential crisis. But yeah, I started mostly doing, you know, what all those like COD YouTubers do, like sniping videos and montages and whatnot. I don't know if I still have any of that footage left, but that was kind of funny. It took a long time to edit those videos though, and I am way too busy in real life, and I have way too many bills to pay to edit videos to the degree that I want to. There's like that ADHD degree of like hyper perfection that you put on like everything. So everything in concept has to be perfect before you even try. Like playing the guitar, I remember in high school, I eventually learned, but playing guitar in high school, I thought I was supposed to be like, I was like, I'm such a smart and powerful genius that I need to just be good at this. I need to just immediately be good, or I wasn't supposed to be doing it in the first place. And if anything, that was just a hurdle to me. I was like denying myself the opportunity to learn something, which, you know, we can all look back on things like that and say, oh, you know, I totally would have done things differently. But when you're in that situation, it's kind of hard to think with hindsight, you know? Impossible even. See, this is the kind of video game that I enjoy. This is like casual, you know, like we're talking about business, you know, but, you know, chilling. Amy got Force, hanging out. This is why, like, the reason I stopped streaming in the first place, because I did it full time for a bit. I didn't expect to like make any money or get like internet famous or anything, but oh yeah, I didn't get enough seeds. Oh yeah, because I paid it off. Oh, I think it's already curfew. Was that starting soon? Okay, maybe he might be able to deliver. We'll just do 10 each time, and then I'll just keep paying him back. Although it might take too long to deliver. That's fine. I don't mind going to sleep. I'll still have some plants to harvest in the morning. Oh, got that internal burp. Ah. Heartburn. It'd be cool if they did like the Silent Hill fog. Creepy. don't remember what I was saying. Oh, Armor Reforger. That game's fun. I like playing Battlefield Battlefield videos. I like playing Battlefield. That was cool until around 2042, but then they fixed it and it was fun again for a while. I actually started like, you know, unlocking stuff, like going through these like unlock cycles where I would try to target specific unlocks and stuff. Is that, you know, that's the fun that you wish you would have in those FPSs, going through all those camos and whatnot. Getting all the name plates, emblems. I played Battlefield 1. I don't like the older, like, not older, I don't like the World Wars necessarily. I mean, I do, but I think the reason why I don't like them in video game form is because I used to like watch like movie marathons and like documentaries on like all kinds of different shit about World War I, World War II, like just I used to learn like so much about that shit that it's like it's overwhelming now to play a game that's like just was the subject of study for so long. It's like boring almost. It's not boring. It's like, it's hard to describe. Like I've had moments where I would be fighting in that, there's like that courtyard on that one map in like a vineyard. And I think it's like a maison, but it's like a castle. It's like a Castile. And it has like a central courtyard inside the walls. And people will often climb up into the, like onto the wall, like the ramparts, and shoot down into the courtyard, and the holding team will sometimes defend inside that central building, and that's one of those maps where the Zeppelins fly overhead. And one of the coolest things ever is sitting there and like defending the point, and you've got like guys shooting in at you from all angles, and especially like if you're sniping, you are like, you're looking these guys in the eyes as you're like trying to pick them off, and then you've got like this like fireballs like going from like the flat cannons, and like everyone's just like the sounds, like everyone's screaming, you know, like get down, you know, like just the atmosphere is awesome. And then sometimes if you're lucky enough, someone brings down the Zeppelin and it just crashes like right into where like the biggest battle is going on, and then you just have like chaos. BF1 has been pretty cool. BF5 is pretty cool, but they're just not my cup of tea genre wise. If I want to get super specific about the type of FPS that I enjoy, I like the more modern, like I like seeing the stuff that if I were in the military I'd get to play with, you know, like that stuff is cool. Like the first time I did one of those you know, quick scopes with a Barrett 50 cal in COD 4, I was like, I want to make videos about this, like every teenager at the time, I think. It's very cool. Very cool. I love FPSs. So I don't have seeds in the pots to be able to use those. I think what we're gonna end up having to do is water them, because I was standing here talking when I should have been watering. We're gonna water, and we're gonna see if we can get them to grow at least a little bit before the end of the evening. It might be pretty close to 4 already. No, it's 1. Okay, maybe they might grow. We'll see. No, I don't like the bungalow. We're gonna stay away from the bungalow. I hate it. I hate it because I walk around at night all the time, and it's so dark outside, and I'm guessing that the way that you combat that is by getting those lamps, like the exterior lamps from that luxury shop, but I don't want to freaking spend the money. It's too expensive. Hey, he got the drop. All right, so then new plan. Before the evening is done, which we can go till 4, it doesn't matter. Stupid water. We will go and get those seeds. I will pay him back if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can pay him back. We'll pay him back tomorrow. Yeah, there's a luxury shop. I think it's a luxury consignment store. It's right next to the real estate office. And they sell things like gold bars and gold toilets. You don't need water. You don't need water. You don't have the seed inside. But yeah, they sell like gold bars. You're good. And like I think there's busts and there's like a golden toilet for like $150,000. Which we won't be buying anytime soon. Okay, yeah, these might actually be able to grow by the end of the year. So we'll put that away. I usually like to refill. We'll refill that for efficiency's sake. You don't want to put back a jar that's been half full because the person that uses it after you is going to be pissed. You know, they're going to be like, why'd you do that? All right, where? Okay, I should probably shut that. Gas Mart, western side of the area. We still are retaining a hefty profit from the day. Ooh, even more. Look at that. So this all of this effort is worth it, even if we're not seeing sales like right now. I mean, we just picked up a bunch of sales, so what am I even saying right now? Behind Gas Mart, not the guy. You don't just talk to him and okay, you guys, you got to be more careful. OSHA is gonna have a field day. I wonder if that one is still in the fire in the docks. I guess we'll know pretty soon, huh? Although I thought that it would have exploded by now, but maybe not. Oh, now I can go pay him. All right, so we'll go and drop off his money first, since time is not advancing. Then it won't feel like a waste of our movements. Even though, okay, that's, I guess, another thing that would be smart to say about running a business. You should, I know that people like have pride and they have like their opinions about things, and I totally respect that, but my own opinion is that people should operate almost at a deficit. So like what that means is you should be in debt, and that's such a simplification of what I actually mean, but you should technically be in debt almost all the time. Like if you are sitting at a period where you have paid all your bills and you're standing at the counter of your shop, you're sitting in the kitchen, or you're in the office or whatever, and you're like, man, you know, like, we did a good job. We finally did it. We're finally stable. Then that is when your business will start to die. You want to be buying product. You want to be moving through product. You want to be expanding. You want to be forming the next ideas or offloading surplus. I would highly recommend on to your staff and putting money into training, putting money into talent development, putting money into their hands. I would say that you should always be operating at a deficit. And to further explain, that means, I don't know if it works. It doesn't work for this game, but I think there's a way to translate it into this game. For roughly, if you run a retail business, for roughly every $30,000, you should either expand or hire a new person. And that's not a hard and fast rule. There's a lot of nuance to that. But that's like if you're sitting in a classroom and you're like, I want to learn how to run a business. And you're like, give me like a quick tip on how to run a business. Then that's what someone could tell you. And it would be, I don't know why I'm pausing that. It could be valid. And it could be, you know, shitty advice, it could be good advice. But I think that the thing that sets me apart is that I'm trying to, when I offer advice to people, because I do consulting, that's, again, one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I kind of do this for a living. um like I not only invest myself into my projects, like I actually give a shit about the people I'm giving advice to. I actually, most of the time when I get clients, it's me reaching out to people that I see could benefit from just a little bit of quick advice. But operating at a deficit is one of the things that I notice is just endemic in the business world. People think that stability is health, and stability is stagnation. It's like a shark stopping in the water, you know? He's no good. And I think if you're, you know, if you're in Portland, or if you've ever visited Portland, a lot of the businesses here don't operate on I want to be financially healthy. That's not, they don't have that in their brains. It's, I want to do what I want to do, and that's what I want to do, and I don't want to do anything else. And so that's why if you've seen any like footage or heard anything about like Portland restaurants and Portland businesses, they're all struggling. And it's because they never thought to themselves, like, maybe I might need to make financial decisions as well as running this business and doing it the way that I want. Long story short. So yes, you should always be having credit going for goods. You should always be running goods. You should always be, you know, training your staff and promoting them and giving them the opportunity to run their own shops, etc., etc., etc. That's how you make a healthy business. And businesses can open and shut, you know, many times throughout like the years, and you might, you know, leave a business, form a new one, come back, have different concepts, but the basics are always the same. And I think it's really important to try and get a concept right, and then like kind of be like, okay, maybe I want to do things my own way instead of like listening to somebody else. And I don't think it's good to listen to the corporations and like the Fortune 500s, because that's actually a lot of where I see a lot of failure recently, is people that are trying to do everything that the Fortune 500 is doing. Like they're trying to do everything that Whole Foods is doing. They're trying to do everything that Nestle is doing, like up to and including the child slave labor. Like they're trying to obtain these large sums of money, get rich quick schemes, but on like a corporate level, you know? And that's not the direction you should go in. You should try and establish a good business, have a good product or service, and then expand from there. It's weird that that is a revelation that people have to come to. But that's just, I mean, that's people, you know? We're always looking for, I didn't mean to stumble when I said they/we. That was a true misspeak. I am not a robot. I promise. Flesh and blood human. I didn't mean to say, well, I guess I did mean to say human, because we are all human beings, but I meant to say like person. That would have sounded less like a robot. I'm not being very convincing. All right. So we have covered our costs. Oh God, I gotta go to sleep or else that water's gonna go down too much. The water does go down even if the clock is not moving forward. Yeah, but when you get tasered, you can still run away. I don't know, maybe, can you get multiple tasered? I've only gotten tasered by like one cop at a time. So I don't know, I've never like, I'm usually pretty spry. Like I keep my head on a swivel. I know when cops are around, and we discovered that trick last night. I've been using that ever since. I just walk to the cops with my ass bared, and they just look at me and look the other way. There was the first time that I don't think that I broke line of sight when I was jumping into one of the trash cans, and the under arrest thing like kept like popping up, and I was like, why do they keep seeing me? And the guy was bugged around the corner, and so it kept going back up, and I kept not seeing him like anywhere around me. And yeah, he eventually, I forget what happened. I think I just quit the game because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. And that seemed to fix it, but yeah. It was pretty funny. That's another reason why I wanted to either stream or make videos of this, because this game can have like these just funny moments. Like, oh yeah, funny moments analytics on YouTube. Funny moments, 109 funny moments, Gmod. Oh, we got some music. Although I think my Bluetooth is freaking out, so it's not. I'm not hearing it very well. Sometimes my... Oh, I have those Raycons. Don't buy fucking Raycons. People shilling that shit should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. Raycons fucking suck. You can take that as my... I never want to be sponsored by you motherfuckers. Raycons suck. Don't buy them. So the problem that I have with these is that they will always go into like stereo mode. So when you have both of them on, like open, like when you open the case, they turn on, which I already don't like. I want to be able to turn them on myself. When you open the case, they turn on. And if you pull both out at the same time and you put them both in, as long as they both pair at the same time, it's they go into stereo mode, which means that it's, you know, it's just stereo sound. And then when you go into one ear, like when you put one of them away and it just goes to one ear, it goes into stereo mode, but in one ear. So you can still hear everything, but it's all just in one ear. Whatever. The point is, it goes back and forth. Like it pretends like it hears the second earpiece and then doesn't constantly. Like there's no reliability to it. And all I did was pull them out of the box, charge them, and start using them. I didn't like fuck with them. I didn't, you know, drop them any water or anything like that. Like nothing, no user error. It's all just, I don't know. People must be making a lot of money. I guess, you know, hey, maybe I would shill for them if they offered enough. Maybe not. I don't like unethical shills. I don't know. If I liked them more, maybe. But I guess that's the nature of commerce and sales, isn't it? Court of public opinion. All right, so we got a ton of bud now. We are going to... What are we going to do? We're going to capitalize on this. How are we going to capitalize on this? We don't want to mix it yet. I did not get my money back. You never get your money back. Any money that you spend, on things like that, you're gonna just have to assume that it's gone. Hey, hello, hi, you probably have money for me. You have money? If I could bitch slap you. You know, business ventures are lost money. I'm actually paying with the stuff that I'm doing now. I'm paying with my own credit, and I just kind of have to accept that it may potentially ruin my credit. So it's fine, but that's just life, you know. And I think that's why a lot of people either don't open businesses or open businesses mistakenly, because they think like, they think that stuff doesn't matter. You know, I think I'm just being stoned right now. I think I'm just doing the like, whoa, isn't that a weird concept thing? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so it must be a money threshold then. I think like so if we had maybe like spent one evening after getting like a big sale, if you spend like maybe 1 or 2 evenings just giving him money, or if you have like a big large amount of money and you just dump it all into his the Dropbox. I do need seeds though. Oh, you're working where? North end of the overpass. Oh, like right in the view of the cops. I love that. So I had none right now. And I have 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 tents, I believe. And then we still need... So yeah, it could be rep. I wouldn't be surprised if it was rep. And then we want... I want to have a stash to sell. I don't mind taking up 2 inventory slots for it, but I want everything else to be in jars. Is jars 10 stack or 20 stack? Not 1. And I want storage. I think that's good for now. Okay, so we're gonna deposit everything back. I want storage because we're gonna end up with way too much weed to just sell like right away. Oh, did I? I also ordered a drop from him and bought seeds. Okay, so we're good on seeds for a while. I won't worry about that, I guess. Cool. That works. Did I buy? Oh yeah, I bought the shelf. See, you can tell I'm stoned because I'm fucking these simple things up. At this point, we're just playing the game. I've given a little bit of business wisdom, a little bit of business advice. I think I've fulfilled my quota for the title of the video, or the VOD, and right now it's a live stream. See, man, stoners. Don't let us start thinking. So, perfect. I said perfect and then I forgot what I was doing. We want to package the weed that we have. So I need to put these away. Do I want to just start these growing? Yes. Yes, we do just want to start these growing. Amy, don't you dare criticize me. I'm trying my best. All right, yeah, we're going to start these growing, and then we are going to go and package. And then I think after this batch, because we got so much yield right now, we can probably just go straight into mixing, and we're just going to go straight for the best mix. If I just give the dude jars, then he can split it up however he needs to. And we will be good on sales for a while. Yeah, and I only want to do 1 batch now because I want to make sure that I'm not sitting on too much product. This is another mention of something I discussed yesterday called days on hand, which is like an inventory control thing. It's not important what it is. What's important is what it means. So days on hand is how long you're holding on to your inventory. And yeah. Oh, I have 275 in the bank, 633 in cash. And I'm guessing if I would have been able to slap the guy, he probably would have more for me. But I'm guessing he's probably going to have like $200-300 by the time I hit him up again. So yeah. Yeah, I could probably pick a different place to put the... Oh, that's... Oh god, what did I just do? There we go. I don't know if anything pops up there except for like tutorials. Oh. Oh man, I just had like a brain fart. That was crazy. Like my brain just shut down for a second. That's not the pot. That was the ADHD, because you really only get like brain fog from like that kind of stuff. Or at least I do. Oh no! Did I buy not enough soil? What? 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's right, because I have 2 extras. Okay, well let's hope that we can catch him before. Ah! Okay, okay. I think I need 2 more. Yes, 2 more, because I had 11, and then I was like, I'll buy 2 more, and I said, F it. I believe those were the words that I used. What? I believe you belong back where I found you, buddy. Right? It'll be fine. All right. Planting. Planting. Oh, my foot's asleep. Oh, my foot's asleep. Oh, those pins and needles. Oh, my lord. Louder, louder. Why do I keep sliding down in my chair? Playing like very relaxed style. If by that you mean like in the style of like some of the other videos that I have on here, where I just like kind of react to stuff. I mean, I would do it if I would have fun. I would do it if I thought I'd have fun. I don't know why that took so long for me to work out in my brain. If it seemed fun, I'd do it. And I used to. The reason I say that is because I originally started doing like reactions to you know, controversial stuff, like how people, you know, they do reactions to like political videos or like religious videos or debunking or like, you know, history and things like that. I used to do that, but I it's not that it's too polarizing, because I don't mind being like opinionated. I don't mind people knowing my opinions, but it's more so that I think it started feeling like I was like I guess you're not attacking somebody if they put themselves out there on the internet, but it felt sleazy. It felt like exploitative, you know? And I'm not a big fan of like, I don't want to rub people the wrong way. Not necessarily that I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to make content that I wouldn't necessarily want to watch myself, I guess. For lack of a better way to say that. Hopefully that answers your question. But in terms of in the future, I'm down for whatever's clever, man. This honestly just came from me itching to stream again, and I hadn't done so for about a year, and I was, I think, due for, you know, another little stint in front of the computer. And I had fun yesterday, so, and I'm having fun today. I think maybe like my mental health is in a place where I'm ready to start doing this kind of stuff again. So who knows? Sky's the limit, man. Especially, I think my jobs like haven't been consistent, so I'm like trying to make sure that I can pay bills and, you know, like get a nice stable job or change careers or whatever. You know, I'm trying to do that adult thing, and that kind of gets in the way of videos and stuff. But if I can do this like pallet flipping arbitrage stuff through Amazon FBA and stuff like that, then that would be a simple, stable income that I could rely on. That would allow me to do stuff like this full time. And I did do it full time for a while, but I never made any money because I never asked for money. I wasn't like trying to hustle. Like I'm like, oh, you know, I want like and subscribe. I hate that shit. And even I know that it helps channels like grow, But I hate it. I hate the whole like advertising for myself. Like I would just rather make good content and lift myself up just through that. But there's a difficult balance. There's a difficult line to walk between saying, hey, look at me, and doing work that you know people will recognize. And when you do thankless work, like not asking for donations or not sending people to affiliate links or not like hawking products, then you can't be surprised when you don't get thanked. You do a thankless job, you can't be surprised when you don't get thanked. So I figure I'll just do what I'm doing, and if something feels right, like if I feel like I want to cover some like TikToks, like funny, you know, reels or something like that I see, then I'd be down, you know? It depends on what I'm feeling and what the mood's like, what the vibe's like, and what you guys like, you know? Like that's, I think one of the most important things in building a community is you know, asking people who are watching the content, being like, what's working, what's not working. And you say you've been watching me for 25 minutes and you like it, so this is working. Let's keep it rolling, you know? Keep it going for as long as the wave will, I think I'll just trail off there because I can't think of a good way to finish that. We'll ride the wave. Here we go. And I had fun playing Reforger. The thing that I don't like about games, streaming games with comms or like with other people, is that I think a lot of streamers and content creators get it's hard for them to multitask. It's hard for them to both pay attention to the stream and the people that they're talking to and play the game. So I don't beleaguer them that, but I would much rather be able to engage with the people that are watching the content. And if people wanted to collab, then I would maybe like just show up in their stuff. I don't know, maybe make like a VOD or something, but yeah. Doing this with other people who do similar content would be fun. But yeah, other than that, I don't mind doing reaction stuff. I like doing educational reaction stuff. Like if I'm doing like this is kind of like this is supposed to be sort of like edutainment. Like, you know, I'm kind of like trying to bandy out like some business advice while I'm, you know, manufacturing drugs. You know, wrap it up in a nice little bow, some entertaining content to go with it. But yeah, I used to do like I don't know. I used to do like reaction videos to like recipes that I was seeing online and saying like, oh, you know, this is how I do it, this is how I wouldn't do it, just from my own like limited point of view as a chef. Yeah, I'm down to do whatever. I'm feeling pretty chill about it. As long as I can, you know, not get age restricted for consuming legal stuff that is part of my therapy and well-being on stream, that would be cool, but that's definitely not going to happen anytime soon. I know that I'm kind of under the radar because I'm like basically a nobody on here right now, but if that changes, I don't want to have any trouble with like strikes or restrictions or anything. And I know they keep track of that stuff. Gotta stay in YouTube's good graces, especially because I'm like unfamiliar with how lenient they are on live streaming here. Twitch I'm totally familiar with, but not YouTube. Yeah, Amy, that is a perfect point, and it's actually one of the reasons why I stopped streaming when I was doing it full time, was because I had this regular group that I was playing with that was made up of viewers, like a couple of my mods would like pull me into games of like Smite, and like there was this other MOBA, I don't remember, back when they were like churning them out like they churn out battle royale games now. And I stopped having fun because they were all having fun together, and I was just used to kind of talking at a camera like I'm doing now. You know, like this is almost like therapy to me. Like, I know that people could stop into the chat and they could always leave if they don't like what I'm saying, but for the most part, like, I don't have to worry about, you know, someone like talking back or getting offended by what I'm saying, at least not in real time. Yeah, it's a more therapeutic sort of thing, and when you're playing with other people, you're expected to be present, and if I already have social anxiety, then having you guys pull me into a game isn't going to cure that. It's just going to make it worse because I'm going to be like, okay, well, I don't want to talk over these people, you know. So it's there's, I guess, you know, as I get older, I'm seeing all of these repeating patterns and things, and this is one of them. Like, learning about complex social interactions is just something that you kind of pick up. And my dog just brought a stick in from the backyard. I'll be right back. That's not food. A stick. A stick. She brought a whole branch in. This is just a small part of it. That's what she brought in. That's what she brought in from the backyard. From the backyard. We don't have trees in the backyard. There shouldn't be branches. And I rake. She's a new dog. She's new to us. And she's a sporting dog, I believe, because she spends most of her time outside. She does not like to be inside. She's cute ass, but, you know, bringing in sticks. Definitely makes me wish I lived in the country so I could give her like a bigger backyard. We have like 50 square feet back there, I think. It's like a little patio. It's fine. She's small. She's like 17 pounds. So. Oh, where were we? We want to buy... Oh, hey, the seeds. The seeds that we don't need are right here, very conveniently located. Okay, so we are now in packaging mode. I betcha most of these can go into jars. I'm gonna say most of those are gonna be jar bound. Why isn't there any light here? Don't, like, most of these fans have lights on them. Like, why am I packaging in a 1920s detective office? God, come on, Butterfingers. Well, there was. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. I mean, we are trying to cut costs, okay? So that was, you know, lighting sources are hard to come by. People steal towels from hotel rooms all the time. I will not be held accountable for that. They can't prove anything anyway. Plus, the hotel manager is one of my best customers. What's she gonna do? Call the cops? Yeah, that's right. I'll run things like a goddamn mobster if I have to. Oh, I read an article recently that that said that there was people who were live streaming on Pornhub, I think Pornhub, and they were saying that they got better viewers than they were on either YouTube or Twitch. And then there's a person in the article who was running a channel where she made, what was it? She was doing like tutoring, I think, like she was doing chemistry, like molecular biology or something like that. Papers, research papers. I forget what it was, but she was like teaching things, and she had to use Pornhub because she got, I think, like tens of thousands more viewers than she ever got when she was doing. And she said that all she ever had to do was like teach in a like lingerie to keep people watching. And like she said that she had people emailing her that were saying like, thank you for teaching me this, like all this stuff about just whatever she was teaching. Hilarious. Is that it? Yeah. I knew it would all fit. Something told me. Not very good at eyeballing mathematical stuff. Sometimes you just know. You need these seeds. And I think we're good for a bit. I gotta get this guy the jars. Yeah. See, I thought it was just gonna be $200 to $300. I don't remember what I said I was gonna do with those though. Let's count our seeds. We'll take inventory because I think the morning's gonna be coming up here. It's gonna be the next step, sleeping. So I'm not necessarily missing the presence of the automatic waterers. Auto waterers. I'm not missing their presence. I think it's okay for now doing things this way. It is really convenient though to use those. Okay, so we got 15 seeds. Let's at least just top up the water on some of these guys. Because I think, again, like I said, about 3 hours in-game passes, so they would probably be done by the time I am awake. Problem is that if they run out of water, they will stop growing. And I don't know if it simulates, like if it snapshots the water that you go to sleep with, but I know that water goes down over time even when the clock doesn't proceed. Did you bring in another stick? She brought in another stick. Another stick! And she's eating it. And she's eating it. She's eating... I'm kneeling. I'm squatting right now. Oh, feeling thick. She was. I think she's still. She was munching on it. What? Where is she getting these? So the other day, in addition to her bringing in sticks, the other day she brought in like squeakies. Like those squeakies from the plastic from the squeak toys. She has plenty. Plenty. And she brings the toys outside and then she gets them dirty, like covered in dirt, and then brings them back inside because I guess that's like how she seasons them. Wild. Wild. I'm just gonna put this in my ashtray for now. That stick will be a trophy. Okay. And now, as an old man, I now have to get out of this squat. That's what's difficult. Oh, goddamn. Oh. Yes, I'm wearing sweatpants. Oh, okay. I got up. I made it. I'm kidding. I'm not actually that. I'm not that out of shape. I'm kind of out of shape, but I'm like a sexy out of shape. I'm like a fun out of shape, you know? I don't know where I'm going with that. She is 6 months old. Yeah, she's 6 months old. She's probably out there getting another stick. I don't like having to take stuff away from her because she's super cute. But I also don't want stick splinters in the house because I have actually found them in my shoes and stepped on them, and they are no fun. Because then you get splinters in your foot. And nobody likes splinters. And especially, like, I was traumatized because when I was a kid, my mom would remove... God damn it. Would remove splinters by first... Yeah, she's absolutely a puppy. By first heating up a nail to red... or a needle to red hot with a lighter in front of me so I could just, you know, kind of see what she was doing. And then she wouldn't really wait too much time because her, I believe she assumed incorrectly that you have to, I don't know, use a needle while it's still hot for it to stay sterile? I don't know. But so then she would stick it under my skin and try to dig the splinter out that way. My mom was not a good person. I believe that was all just kind of an excuse to hurt me. Sorry to get blue there for a second. But the pup, the thing is, she has all kinds of toys. And I want to make sure she doesn't see me talking shit about her. She has all these toys. And the doctor, the vet, said that we need to encourage her to chew. And so, like, but I don't want her, like, destroying the toys. And she kind of has to, like, destroy something because she's still got, like, these... She has 2 baby teeth. And they're, like, right behind her canines. Which, it looks awesome. It makes her look like she's almost like a shark. But she's got, like, the canine, and the other canine grew in right next to it. So... oh yeah, I gotta go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I kind of wish that she would keep them, but if you can't really do that because their baby teeth are gonna fall out anyway. But also because if she keeps them, then there'll be too little room in her mouth, and so as she's growing, she'll get like tooth rot, like on the insides. It won't be good. But she looks so cool. I guess I'll just have to take like plenty of pictures while she looks like a shark. Jaws shark. I feel like we should also be using the heavy yield, the PGR. But then the quality would be like red. That shit's bad. I never had anyone rejecting any of the weed that I was selling on here until I started trying to sell that red shit. And you can do that, I guess, if you have the volume and you don't mind waiting, you could probably do that. If you had enough drying racks, you could just grow Bammer. That's what we old people call really bad weed. What was it? It's Bammer. Oh yeah, I did not. How much did I package? I think I gave it all to him. I think I gave it all to Benji. So I think he's selling it all right now. Once I get more customers, how many customers do I have? I mean, I don't have a ton of customers right now, and I think Benji's handling most of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13. I think I can leave those 4 dangling. Or 5 dangling. And he can cover them. 6. Yeah. Which would be, I have 1, 2, 3 to unlock. But it's fine. We can just do all this batch sales because we're gonna start mixing here now. So I'll save some for samples. I'll save like 1 stack for samples and then try to sell it by hand. And then the next night when we actually make the mixture, I'll put that up for sale, and then we'll really just start pushing it, especially like late night sales. But for now, we'll keep it. Oh, in these rare times when my wife asks what I want from the store, I take the advantage, or I take the opportunity to. She brought in another goddamn stick. Anyway, I'm getting beer tonight. I usually don't get beer, and I'm getting beer tonight. It's pleasant. It's a pleasant surprise. She's a damn stick gatherer. Oh, inventories. Don't need the seeds for now. I'll need 1 more stack. Oh, we're good. Okay. I'm guessing that they're falling from. There's a tree overhead. And I haven't raked today, so I'm guessing that some fell like last night or something. It's not that big a deal. I say that it's a bother, but I find it very cute. Force, I'm guessing that she's just finding like the ones that fall just from like squirrels running around or whatever. Why did I bring my trimmers? That's not efficient. Neither is doubling back. But that's 1 less inventory slot that I have. All right, so we'll do the packaging. Let's buy supplies. I want to deposit some money, buy supplies, package. I want to fill every slot in Benji's inventory with jars. And we're getting to the point where we're going to start butting up against the $10,000 weekly deposit limit. So I'm going to have to be cognizant of that as well. So I don't want to buy more tents, because that's just, if we push sales too quickly, we'll be sitting on inventory for too long. And while there's nothing like spoilage or anything like that we have to deal with in this game, you still don't want to hold inventory because space is limited unless you just buy like shelves on shelves on shelves. Which, again, you could do, but why? What's the point? Okay, so soil fertilizer, speed grow. I believe I have baggies, but not a ton of jars, or the other way around. I don't remember. Then we probably want another storage shelf. If I can remember the space correctly, we'll need like 3 or 4 shelves at some point. Did I not purchase that stuff? Okay. So we're going to stash the stuff in the shelves, then we're going to come back, which again is not very efficient, but that is the hole I dug for myself. And then when we get those bagged up, we'll check and see what we have in terms of inventory and what is inside Benji's inventory. Don't know why I'm stashing those. And if we can fill his inventory with jars, we will do so, and then we will just try to aggressively sell the last batch. After that, I can probably, once I get these growing, this will be the first inaugural mixture batch. And if you do not remember, that mixture is Pharma, Puke, Pharma, Gasoline, Puke, Mega Bean, battery. If the both of you do not already know, in this game there are different effects that the pot can give people, and I mean it's the same with all the drugs, but there's so like effects could be anything from like sedating to like awareness, you know, all the stuff that you would attach to like a description card for any strain of bud that you'd find in a dispensary. It'd be like, this is supposed to incite calm, feelings of anxiety reduce, like reduction anxiety, stress reducer, pain reliever, stuff like that. In this game, it's very much the same, but there are also hidden effects. And those effects not only alter users in visual ways, but they also alter them in ways that have to do with like their stats and addiction levels, all that kind of shit. And so if you can have the right recipe, mix it up, then you'll get some of those hidden effects that give bonuses to the stuff that you're already trying to do. Damn it, it's 13! I keep forgetting. I bought 2 extra ones. I wish you could strafe jump in this. That'd be fun. Then I need 2 more of these and 2 more of those. Pretty sure that that is the pattern we've been following. I have dry mouth now. I've got the gravely voice thing going. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I don't see a link, so I'm assuming it didn't go through. I don't know what mechanism that is. Oh, there we go. I didn't really, I don't think I restricted the chat in any way. But yeah, I don't, it escapes me. Did I not? Yeah, because I still left a shelf over there. He's got a shelf and the rest of my liquids. Cops? Did I hear cops? What's up, Poe? What's up? Just a normal, everyday guy running around with pockets full of fertilizer. Oh, oh. Oh, I already bought all that stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't follow like I don't know, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. I look at the guides sometimes if I'm trying to find specific things, but I don't tend to use like calculators. I don't really know what I'm even trying to say. Did I lose the ability to interact with that? Does it already have a plant in there? Oh no, I don't even have the seeds. Oh, but we're just shimmying and shaking. There we go. We got it. Okay. And of course, like, how would I have formulated the recipe for, you know, an addictive, high-selling product if I didn't go on some website or, you know, whatever to find it? But I don't know. I don't want to invest a lot of my time in that, so I just kind of like did a quick search and was like, okay, I'm done. But if I run into an area where I need like something specific, then those resources help. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go there first. I want to try and figure out stuff. And when mixing it, I kind of just like mixed everything, which isn't how you really want to do it, because you don't get the secret effect. What are you barking at? You don't get like the hidden effects. You got to do those pretty specifically, it seems like. Very specific combinations of stuff. All right, so we're packing these, or we are packing the dirt, but we're planting these, and then we got to go and do the fertilizer and the quick grow. And I think after that, I'll just do fertilizer. I won't do any quick grow, because that'll be the end of our sort of like bulk selling period. We'll be mixing after that. Although, if I wanted to, I could do all 3 of these once I get drying racks, but that just takes time. And we don't know if time is going to be worth the money yet. This is something that I was brainstorming earlier. So we shall see. It probably will be worth the effort. Because it only takes like 12 hours, I think, to go up a tier, or 11 hours or something. 12 hours, I think. I'll have to look again once we get them. I hear those police out there. I hear you guys. 5-0. You should be able to like if you have a shootout with the cops, you should be able to bury them in like your backyard or something. Because that's what like drug dealers and mobsters would do. Or throw them in the dumpsters. Oh yeah, you know, I know, but it also looks pretty good there. It looks like it belongs, you know. It's good. It's fine. I could. But then they wouldn't be sitting in the corner. Oh, you mean the police, the dead bodies, yeah. True. There was a tip in the splash screen, or the loading screen, that said to check out the graveyard. Like, it feels oddly specific that they're like saying to do that, right? Doesn't it? It feels a little strange. It feels like maybe there's a reason. What are you growling about, guys? You gotta chill. Why are you so restless? Well, because she's a sporty dog. She wants to go hunting. She wants to hunt for some squirrels. Oh, what? Oh, now she's chasing her tail. I've had a ton of dogs in my life, and never once had a dog that actually chased its own tail. %50 grown already. Look at that. Look at that. Why are you growling? Did I not have quick grow for those 2 guys? What's up? Oh, there it is. I knew I had it. I thought I had it. Well, yeah, I don't know why it would say that. It's just a weird specific mention, you know? It says stop by the graveyard to like pay your respects or something. Weird. Maybe there's like a secret underground government facility. Pouring liquids on. Pouring some liquids. Everybody likes to pour liquids. Where the hell does this fertilizer need to go? She's insane. Did we already use this? I guess. There we go. Jesus. Efficiency has gone down by 1,000% today. God damn. And where are these 2 seeds going? Oh no, these are surplus. That's fine. I do want those jars though. Thank you. All right. Man, we gotta clean up. This place is a dump. Look at that. Look at that. That's just... That is insane. There's a very specific place for all this stuff. Oh, gotta water it too. Shit. Cleaning up can wait. See, this is what happens when you don't fill it up when you put it back. You leave a mess or it doesn't work for the next person. This is like, now we're trying to hurry. Come on. Come on, water. We can do this. Do you see how much quicker this would be if we were using the auto waterers? Can't chase a target around that quickly. He says after saying how many hours in first-person shooters he has. I'm not good at hitting a moving target. And then we will pick up our mess. And then we will package the weed. Oh, you know, I could probably put them right here in this. No, because if I offset that, the door could just lead in. The door could just lead in here, and I could just kind of snake through. I don't know. It is worth thinking about. At least the setup of everything. It's worth thinking about. Because if I just make this like one long snaking corridor, then that I assume would be like the more efficient way of setting it up, especially if you were still able to reach everything. And if I could walk on top of, because before what I had 14 plants that I was able to get in here with the auto waterers and soils, but not using those would obviously be more efficient for the space. So yeah, if I could walk on top of them. We want to go to sleep so that we don't, no, we're just gonna keep them. Because those plants will grow, and chances are they might be done by the time 4 o'clock rolls around. That would be ideal. What you got for me, bro? 1351, nothing to sneeze at. All right, so more jars, more jars. And then baggies, jars, baggies, jars, baggies, jars, baggies. Don't growl at each other. Not good sportsmanship. And then I'll take the baggies away from him, and I will then sell those on the open market starting tomorrow. That way we will be selling on 2 fronts. So my customer base will be a lot shorter, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the baggies that I'm about to make, and we will use those for the free samples. Why did they stick like that? So strange. I could, yeah, keep rolling with the baggies. We're good. Or keep rolling with the jars. And then I think, if my math is correct, we will still have some for baggies. Because you can only offer a free sample once a day. I don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, we'll just do one stack of these. Wait. No, I didn't need to do that. Could have just done one more batch of jars. I see my brain ain't working right today. That's what happens. So we have plenty of jars to give him. And we will keep one stack of baggies. I'll probably grab the higher quality. I don't know if that determines a person's likeliness to... Oh, hey, we got more. To buy, but it might. Perfect. All right. And we want to give the weed to Benji. Look at you selling all that stuff. So he doesn't have any more of the higher quality stuff left, which is perfect. That's fine. So we are going to go to bed. We're going to snip the... We want to pick up. Got to clean up a little bit. Make this place look at least a little bit more presentable. It doesn't look like we're going to get plant fruitage today. Which is, again, fine. We knew this would happen. See, look, we're doing good. This is fine. It's looking good. And it looks like there's enough water in those to make it to tomorrow. Just gotta hurry up with the cleaning. Very important. All right. Perfect. What? Oh, perfect. And it might actually help if I actually text my wife back to let her know that I would like beer. That would probably help. Beer and... trying to think of things that go good in rice bowls. It's like we got carnitas that are going into the rice bowls. So we've got avocado that's supposed to be ready today. I got caramelized onions. Got a bunch of different types of beans. Not a bunch of different types, but just like beans. Got chili crisp. We got like green onions and stuff. I think we got enough. I don't think we really have to worry about. Yeah, the beans. Yeah. Don't think we need anything for rice bowls. Done and done. Time to harvest. See, it's getting a little laggy. I don't know if that's just the trimming mini game, or if that's because of our repository of packaging that is no longer in use. Okay, it's trash. It's a big pile of trash. I'll accept it. But that's fine. I mean, we'll move out of here eventually, and then it won't matter. One man's trash is another man's decoration. Sounds like it makes sense. All right, we good? We got all of them? Beautiful. All right. Clippers go back. Game gets saved. And jars gotta go get bought. Deposit these on the shelves first. Put these buds up on the shelf. Got a frog in my throat. Oh, let's go get our customers squared away. Is that Chloe? Joyce. Oh, the RV. Joyce! See that, is the checkpoint up? I thought I saw the checkpoint. No. If the checkpoint was up, I was gonna say, see, that's what I have to deal with all day long, all day and night. What's up, Joyce? Oh, yeah, we can sell some to her if she accepts. You take, oh, yeah, a lush. Off. Not interested. 91% chance. Down to a 76, but still. We got a customer. We got Keith Wagner. Where you at, Keith? Don't walk away. Nope. 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 I didn't see the notification, or I didn't see the thing pop up. Damn it. We're just chilling. There's just us in this trash. No, 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 no. Ooh, that was so close. Do. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Where's that guy again? Oh, hey, hi. We'll just just chilling. We're just hanging out. What's up, officer? Hello. Nobody's doing anything. Cool, man. Yeah, you're cool. You're cool. You know what's up. Oh, what? You don't want a deal? Come on, man. That's fine. Chloe, she's a customer, right? Chloe's a customer. Fuck yeah. Jerry. Not a good percentage, but bada bing. No cops around, right? 87% chance. Hell yeah. That is a sale that we will take. I'm going to package the rest of this stuff too, and then we'll schedule sales for late night. I just want to knock out some sales. Quick, thank you. Still got plenty. All right. Do I want, yes, I do want baggies. Yeah, so I want take your baggies from you. And we will then have to buy 4, 8, 12, 16. No bud in there. Plants just harvested. 20 jars. I want some baggies, so I'll do I'll do. I don't know how much people are going to order. Let's do 1 stack of baggies. Like 10 jars and 40 baggies. And then we'll see where we're at. I think that's going to be more than enough. This is the beginning of that song that I like. Product. And then we're gonna do jars next. We're gonna list this ocean push. So I wanted to have it in. We're gonna list it. Just get all that. Working hard, working hard. Packaging, labeling, compliance work. Shit's important. This is the work, as they say. People say, "What do you do for a living?" Say, "Oh, my job is this," and they say, "No, what do you do for work?" Which is both a bit of a condescending correction, but interesting. Very philosophical. What do you do for work? Well, I just told you. No, not what you do for a living. What do you do for work? What's your work? And then at that point, you kind of want to just punch him in the face. Who? I don't know. Him. So after this, we're gonna list marijuana. Just list it now so that we can start getting orders. He's fine, that'll work. Already got our first order. Right, now package some more. And then package the rest of that. Oh, consolidate a little bit. Rapid movements. So arduous. Starting to break a sweat. All right, plenty of baggies. We don't have a lot of orders at the moment. How do you think you're going? Take that, please. Please. Are good. All right. Where potential? Kim Delaney. You on my radar, girl. Hey, what's that? That's not you. Where are you? Fiona? No? Kim? Kim! La. Sweet. Where you at? Kim, come back. Stuff to sell to you. Shh, I got stuff. Oh, well, forgive me then. Oh. Well. I thought you have to unlock this place. Damn it! What could could I have been buying this stuff this whole time? Ah, you bastards! The advanced packaging station. Okay. Perfect. Well, we are where we want to be. We are exactly. We're ramping it up. Yes. Shh. Are you serious? Akira. What are you barking at? You're insane. Stop. What the hell's wrong with you? She's not home yet. I don't know what you think you're doing. No, you don't need to be jumping on board either. This is cash only. Okay. So do I necessarily care about the moisture being lost 40% slower? I would have to water less. But it doesn't like, watering's not that bad. And I have to water every time I plant a new crop. So it wouldn't honestly matter if I got longer lasting pots, because I'm not necessarily letting them go all day. I'm not necessarily having to water twice. So do I even need suspension racks? Because it only takes a few hours to grow. So even with an LED grow light, I would still hit the bottleneck of having too much product on hand. So for right now, I think I could probably get away with just the upgraded packing station. And if I have access to these, I might as well just start making meth, right? But I don't have a pseudo hookup. That's gated by quests. Okay. I mean, yeah, I was thinking that, but I also think maybe I should just get the standard pots, but the LED grow lights, and then the fancy one once I have access to that. Because I don't necessarily hold on to plants that long. They grow really quickly. And with the LEDs, they'd grow even quicker. I wish you could wait, I'm assuming the, oh, hello. Yeah, see, that's what happened last time. There's like never a patrol there. Or what is that called? No! Leave me alone. Are they walking this way? No. Why is there a checkpoint? That's some bullshit. Can't just like go home. Oh god. Damn, what do they have, like eagle vision? What's happening? How are you outside right now? Okay, and I can probably get a couple more mixing stations too. We have 2 seeds. We have 25.95 in cash. And you need cash at that shop, at Oscar's shop. So we can... Oh shit, this mixing station, this isn't the advanced mixing station, right? Like I gotta get the advanced one. Fudge, okay. I could have been doing that this whole time. Why? Why? Why did they make this so difficult? Okay. So yeah, I don't have access to the mixing station yet. Yeah, dude. Make that deal. So can I buy... I just do not see a reason to go in for the moisture pot. At 13. Let's go with 12. For that, I will need those, and that should be good. Okay, and then I still have over $1,000 left. Yeah. And it's a good thing that the pots don't currently have anything in them, because that allows us to... Damn, fuck you, cops. No! No! I was in his... Or he was in my cone of vision. Oh, you know what it is? I think maybe they see you when you're jumping, like they can see you over that gate, or over that brick gate fence, brick fence wall, as you're jumping into the dumpster. Might be a thing. Yeah, that's right. You kappas. Oh no, one of my contacts is back where I just was. God damn it. Do the whole roundabout way here. Yeah, I know you can see me. Let's just go like this, and you can sprint too. Sprint sideways. And they're not going to see me. They're not going to see me do this. Just gets done. Boop 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 ba doo. Doo ba doop doop bop bop bop. 2 coming. Ba da dee bop 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 doo. Shoo-la bop bop bee. What are you guys doing, you crazies? Packaging station. Now, since I haven't used the pawn shop, can you sell things there, or do you have to just discard them still? I feel like that is a good question. I would assume you'd be able to sell stuff. Deal expiring soon. Oh. Don't scare me like that, game notifications. Okay, yeah, I can sell stuff there. So let's then put this. Anything? Can I sell anything? Patching station mark 2. Take those, and then we will go to the other stuff, or other place. Sweatshop. Sweatshop. All right. We'll sell those. I'm glad that these all just kind of stayed that way. That's perfect. Kind of. It's good. Oh no. I can probably run these all the way to the corner now since I can access them. Look at that. Look at that efficiency right there. That's a crap ton of efficiency. We're gonna grow so much stuff. Oh, now she's walking around with the toy that I gave the new dog. The old dog is walking around with the toy that I gave the new dog. They do not know how to get along. I'll tell you that much. Nope, why would you do that? I'm assuming that with these suspension racks, you can probably set these into like a rate, like a in between like 4 of them and cover a radius. Oh, and I still got to go back. Still got to go back and get the rest of my stuff. Damn it. You don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. That's fine if you see me. Okay. Got the lamps. Got the pots. You know, I can... no, because I still need to get product. Well, if it's all cash anyway, then what's keeping me from just affording it? Still got enough left in the ATM. Okay, how much stuff can I afford? So we have 12 pots, I think. No. How many do we have? 10 pots. 11. So it's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And then 15 works fine there. But the fertilizer. 3, 4, 50. So I'll need 450 for both of the quick grow. We got it. We got it worked out. Took a little mathin'. Leave me alone. Took a little bit of math, which I am super not good at. I think we got there in the end. So in the morning, I guess I could do it before we go to bed. I am about 12 minutes away from ending the stream. Just so you go, just so you know, just so you go. Feel free to go. Stop you. So we will hit this. Where is the gap? The gap is right there. Get this. Up. 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? 1. Missing 2. Did I not? Oh, I did. I was like, what? Why aren't they in my inventory? Oh, wait, they are. I don't know how I'm gonna get to that pot. Okay, just hang on. There we go. What can you do? Can you imagine what would happen if I if I hired a trash guy? What he would think? He's gonna be like, are you sure that you don't want to pay me more? And I'll say, I don't really want to pay you more. Why is that like that? There, that was overexposing that a little bit. Okay. I mean, I think he would just walk right out the door. He would walk in. He would be like, "Oh," and then just walk right out. I probably would. See, this is so peaceful. And that's what's fun about it. Gosh darn it. And then I think at some point, if we really, goddamn, if we can get the, guys, screwing up my camera here. If I can get the bulk sales going, then we might not have to stop all the way till 50,000. It really is just going to be gated by, do I really need one more fertilizer? Whatever, it's fine. We don't need it. We don't need to worry about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, I think we're pretty much ready. We're at a good place to stop here. So I am going to end the stream. I'm not going to, hang on. Let me prioritize my workflow here. I'm going to end the stream here because I just saved without going to bed. And then tomorrow when we pick up, I will finish those deals. And then I'll order more seeds because he shows up instantly even if time isn't moving forward. So I'll order more seeds. I'll plant this. No, I'll wait in the morning, I guess. Yeah, I'll wait till the morning. I'll wait till the morning. And then I'll plant the seeds, let them grow throughout the day. Harvest at night. And sell late night. So I could just take orders all throughout the day. Yeah, okay. All right, we got it worked out. Okay, so thank you, Amy, again, for showing up today. Tomorrow things get ramped up a little bit. I am going to forget, absolutely. But, you know, that's the beauty of this. That's why it's happening online, because then, you know, I can have people remind me. That's beautiful. I'm going to be wondering why I have these pending deals I'll log in. I'll be like, now what was I doing with those? Mark my words. I mean, you're calling it already, so that's just how things happen. Save once more. And then I will do the classic. I'll do the classic YouTuber thing of exiting to the main menu to signify that, like, that's the end of the stream. It's like, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. If you could smash that like button, if you subscribe, you could hit that bell icon. What is it? What else? Is there anything else I'm missing? Thank you, Amy, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll pick it up again. Remember, I am on Pacific time. So I'll be picking it up again at 2 p.m. your time, I believe. But yeah. Stay chill. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And so on and so forth.